Hey family, how you guys doing? Just trying to make sure this camera is right. Hey, look, I know I'm going live a little early. Meaning I was going to try to go this evening to catch more people because it was like four people wanted me to just talk about women's health, and I know they had questions. So sometimes the internet don't act right. So I was like, let me just go live at 12 noon and they can catch it later. They can catch it later. And you guys, you can always email me at support@verywisealternatives.com and I will answer your questions. But it's a lot of women have a lot of issues with their health. And look, y'all know I'm always going to speak on food. And during this video, I'm not going to really talk too much about food because, I think I talked enough about food. I may touch on a little later on in the video. That's if I get some questions because I just want to make sure. Look, this is going to be interactive. I'm going to do the best I can to answer every one question who's on there. So gratitude for coming on my live to talk about women's health. A lot of people are dealing with headaches, gut issues, and this all-time stress. Y'all don't think I be stressed sometimes, but guess what I do? I'm going to talk on stress first. Guess what I do? When it comes to stress, sometimes you just got to laugh. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes you just gotta laugh. You just gotta pull back your that aggravation. You have to pull back on some of this mess out here. I'm gonna do my best not to curse because when I be on my podcast, man, them bombs be they just be flying. But I'm gonna do my best and not to cuss because you already see what's going on in this world. So and stress is, I would say, you would think because they said, the demic is over, we have less stress. But y'all notice it's compiling more and more and more, and you're not pulling back your stress. I laugh. I laugh. That's one of my secrets that I'm going to tell you. You guys got to laugh. We just got to, how they say, you in a heated argument with somebody, especially a male, and you just start laughing. They go, "Oh, she crazy. She about to do something." Y'all don't y'all don't think about that. I'm telling you, the best thing, the best secret, and this goes back from generations to generations. Sometimes you gotta laugh. Sometimes you gotta laugh. A lot of times, and I want to talk about this later. A lot of times, we just gotta be quiet. We just be quiet. And this is for my women, my goddesses, my queens, the ladies, the women out there. This this live is for you. And I'm laughing because sometimes we don't even know when we're stressed. Family, well, to my goddesses, my queens, my ladies, my goddess, my women, listen. They listen, Linda. But we have to look at, what we take during the day, how can I put this? Trying to be nice, but hey, hey, Unique, how you doing? Gratitude for listening. But sometimes, with this laughing, and sometimes, when when you don't even realize that, you're stressed. Think about, like, if y'all go research PTSD, and then you're going to see this one thing that just jumps out. We are in a flight or fright state now, and that's just pretty much living in a survival state. But they're two different. But talking to my queens, my goddesses, we have to look at what kind of state we're in. And sometimes we don't even realize we're in that state. And I'm telling you, a lot of us been in that state for years. And I mean for years, like from 2020 to even now, we've been in that state. And that's like, you talking about 2020, 21, 22, 23. And I know it's just March, but we're talking about almost 3.5 years. Really, I would say a solid 3 years. But it's so unhealthy. I mean, so unhealthy because you just don't know. Your brain is making different chemicals that put us in these. I'm not, y'all know I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. Don't claim to be one, and don't care to be one. I'm just looking out and just being an herbalist and want to talk about your health, your health, getting you balanced, getting you centered, you know, these headaches, these headaches that we don't know where they come from. We don't know why we having gut issues, and we don't know why we stress, but we really do. If you're living in that flight or fright state, and you've been doing that for years, I mean, your body is just steady putting off this chemical, and your body study put, y'all need to speak to your doctor when y'all go next time y'all go and get checked, especially when y'all get your tatas checked. Speak to your provider and say, look, y'all keep talking about my tatas and my yoni and my colon. The colon do matter, because we're going to talk about that too, my colon. But y'all not even looking at this flight or fright. And I know that's the mental health department, but you can speak to your providers about that, because we don't realize staying in that realm and that type of environment. And I'm talking about constantly 24/7. I'm talking about even when you sleep, you're constantly on the guard on this, on that. Something happened, you ready to run or you ready to fight. You be like, come on, and we can't do that, especially in your sleep, because your sleep is where we're supposed to be resting and getting, you know, our body's supposed to be healing. Our body's supposed to be healing, but a lot of us are in that, in right there. We're in that flight or fright, and we just don't know how to get out of it. We don't know how to get out of it, family. Why you think I be telling my laughing? Why you think I have that laugh? It's a nervous tick a little bit, because I'm live and I don't know who listening to me or looking, so it's a little nervous. But sometimes it's like, y'all know how we can be. Like when I was on that video talking about your eyes crossed. Roll them eyes. Get your laughing. Take your energy back. Get out of that flight or fright and be like, I'm changing the chemical makeup that's poison and putting toxin in my bodies, because what it's doing. When you have too much cortisol and too much of these chemicals, that's what they're supposed to do. When your body's in a certain situation, let's be honest. When your body's in a certain situation, it's doing what it needs to do. It's putting off chemicals, because your body's in a certain state, a certain state. And you already know, when you're in this flight or fright state, your gut is the worst. I'm telling you, your gut is the worst. And you're going to hear me talk about that laughter a lot, because family, when we cooking dinner for our family, and if you're in that flight or fright, you think that food's going to come out good? You think that when you sit down and eat, you're going to take that food and it's going to nourish your body, or is it going to be sour to your stomach, or it's going to make you have the bubble guts, or you could be constipated because of the chemicals that we're putting in our body. And this is why, I would say, just with the issue. That's why, you think about the stress. You in this flight or fright, instead of getting out of that, getting where you can relax and have peace and enjoy your life, and go smell the roses, and go out there in the environment. Well, go out there and be in nature, be in the and I mean really in nature. Go out there and be in some grass, be in front of some water, whether it's a lake, or just close your eyes and just dream it. Close your eyes and meditating. Close your eyes and put yourself in that space. Put yourself in that space, because I need you to get that chemicals to stop producing. I need your body to relax. I need your mind not to be overloaded. Then you wonder why you got the headaches and stresses are all time high, and you got the bubble guts. All three of them is like boom. Women are issues, a lot of it's mental, a lot of it's sexual. You can hit all of them. You can hit the emotional, the physical. You can hit all of them just by the three topics that I put just on the description of this live. A lot of us, our health issues. I mean, just think about your overall health issues. I don't know if you been with me, from the first time I started the videos, and I'm always speaking about those free doctors. I'm always speaking about those free doctors. And if you went on my website, I talked about laughter. I spoke about laughter, and a lot of us we ignore it. but you need that laughter. I'm talking about that deep laugh. Yeah. You ever laugh so hard with your best friend that y'all started crying? Who did that? Come on. Come on. Talk to me in the chat group. Who ever laughed so hard that you either peed on yourself or you just started crying? Y'all don't get that emotional release you had. I'm telling you, you was in a position, or you was in this state to where you just cried. You like, man, that's a good laugh. But there's healing in there. There's healing in there. And believe me, your body's like, thank you. Your body's happy. Like, it's about time, because you've been angry. You've been angry, and I'm tired of you being angry. You've been putting off these chemicals, and I'm tired of the chemicals. You're corroding, you actually corroding your body. I know you're like, what the hell are you talking about? You're corroding your body. You're actually putting so much toxins. Come on, family. What you think toxins do? Hmm? What seriously, what do you think toxins do to our body when we're not releasing it? Then we wonder why we have these ailments and health issues, main health issues that we like, man, you be like, Viola, I've been dealing with this for 10 years. Now, I'm gonna say, if you've been dealing with it 10 years, what did you change? And family, goddesses, queens, my women, ladies, what have you changed? What have you changed? Honestly, I know one thing you haven't changed. Let's just be real. And it's going to the food. We Now, I said I was really gonna speak on this, but I'm just gonna speak on this real quick topic with the food. If they say, in the slavery realm, they fed us the scraps. So if we look at that, they fed us trash. I mean, what else would you call it? I mean, we have to put our mind in a way to, like, well, we can stop doing stuff. And I'm saying stop, because y'all know the definition of insanity. We are doing stuff over and over and over and over again, and different, we want a different result. It's no way you're going to get a different result if we don't stop eating the trash. If we're talking about the scraps, it's the scraps, right? I mean, y'all put in the chat group, it ain't the scraps that they used to give us. Come on now, it wasn't the scraps. So why are we making it a delicacy now? A lot of people have gut issues and refuse to do a 3-day cleanse, refuse to do, just stop eating. Like when I was talking about being quiet, just stop eating. Look, it is not going to kill you. Your body going to be like, thank you. It is not going to kill you to stop. And that's a change. That's one of, like, a dramatic change. But the change I want, because I know I always talk about food, the change I want you to do is with your mental. The change I want you to do is with your environment. With your environment. We don't realize that if you been, on this health journey, you ever realize the stuff you spray in your house? And y'all want to talk about the Lysol and all that stuff. You ever think maybe that's bothering you? When I was sitting back and listening, I'm like, dang. So I went through this health journey. I detoxed from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I still was getting a little bit of headaches here and there. And just so you know, family, the environment, what you spray, what you smell, we already know. And I'm talking about inside your house. It's uncontrollable when you go outside. But the control, which you can go on outside, if you're in a place where you can plant a tree or put some plants, have at it, family. Put some plants. But in your environment, in your house, you should get a new plant. Make sure we know how to take care of it, because I don't have a green thumb, but my plants are surviving now. My plants are surviving because this little app that tells me what to do. Y'all need to get that app. I'm not even gonna promote the app, which I know what app I'm talking about. But put more plants in your house. Put a better environment. You get an air purifier, and I'm not promoting this air purifier, but you got to put an air purifier in your house. Get your diffusers. And I'm not talking about them plugins. You did not hear me say those plugins. I did not. It's stuff that's with your clothing. There's this dye. I forgot the name, but there's this dye that goes in your clothes. And do you know that causes irritations to you? I'm talking about it seeps in your body and it puts toxins in your body. That's why we should be doing 100% cotton or 100% hemp. And you be like, well, damn, Viola, I ain't throwing away all these clothes. I'm just saying, we just don't know where, like, when, if you still having headaches, and just so you know, if you're dealing with headaches here, like stress and all, like you're dealing with headaches here, like, like this part of your face is sinuses. It's your sinuses. That means you need to be drinking some tea. Now, right now, this is Sagria Sagrada. I can't even pronounce the name, but y'all know. And this, oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I only drink that much. I only drank that much, family. Yes, I'm trying to drink this within 4 hours, but I drank that much. It's nasty. It's nasty, but y'all know I do not drink the taste. And I'm gonna tell you, Sagria Sagrada, because I have like, I used to get sinus infections. Like, I don't know, I would walk in a room, my nose would close, and it's like, dang, you get a headache, you get this pressure. I'm like, I know my sinuses are not that bad. But some of y'all sinuses are that bad. I mean, bad to where it's the carpet, it's the clothes, it's the, if you got a bean bag, your comforters, you don't know, your curtains. And you be like, what in the hell? And you got to wipe your walls down because some of our walls be dusty. That's why they tell you to paint every 3 years in your house, especially the ceiling. Yeah, y'all don't know how much dust is in that ceiling. That's like a whole other story. But I'm talking about your environment. Women, our health affects us so much, and it's you got to get down to like the nitty gritty, and y'all already know it's your gut ain't empty either. Now, do you know, and I know I told, it's when we grow, as herbalists, you always grow, you always want to correct things, you always want to fix things. So I want to say this, as far as like the headaches, your gut issues or stress. Do you know when you're on a good cleanse? And I mean a cleanse, you're supposed to be you should poop at least 6 to 7 times. And y'all like, what? I'm telling you, family, if you're doing juicing and if you're doing, and I'm talking about a juice. We're talking about if you're doing 32 ounces of juice. If you're doing 32 ounces of juice and you're on a colon cleanse, even the blood cleanse, parasite cleanse, you should poop at least 7 times. I'm talking about you want to get everything out. Because I promise you, family, if you're just doing 2 or 3 times and you go and get your colon cleaned out, do you know stuff is still going to come out? Stuff is still going to come out because a lot of us, it'd be like 30, 40 years and we're doing our first cleanse. You are coated, like you still have stuff in your stomach that's been in there for years. You still have stuff in your small intestines and your large intestines that's been in there for years. And I'm talking about years because we keep thinking we can take this dairy. Yeah, we keep thinking we can take this dairy and don't realize how the mucus and plaque build up in there. Y'all know the mucus be built up and you be wondering why your stomach is inflamed, why you having gut issues, and you be like, what in the world? What? It's not just a one-shot cleanse. That's why I be telling people will get herbs and they be like, oh, I'm good. I'm good after a week. And I'm like, a week? You're not good after a week. You're not good after a week. You need, and I know you're like, Viola, I can't do it that long. Yes, you can. You don't have to do, you don't have to, how can I put this? Everybody worried about going to poop. And I'm like, why? It's just like if those who smoke cigarettes, y'all be at work and you're like, dang, you going to smoke break already? See, everybody's too embarrassed to go get a bathroom break. I got the guts. I'm getting the cleanse. I'm cleaning myself. You should be happy to say, well, I'm going to the bathroom again. I'm like, you going again? You going again? We should be happy. We should not be embarrassed. We should not be embarrassed that we're cleaning out our colon because that's where, well, I'm learning more and more. It's, I would say 90%. You know how I'm a lower the percentage. Before I was like 99, 100. I was like almost at 100% that it starts in the gut. Majority of it does. The majority of it does. But a lot of us, we take, tats and we take other things, and other things get in our body other ways, except that way. So I'm saying, when y'all are putting stuff in this beautiful vessel, it still need to come out. Because I'm saying, if you're putting pounds and pounds and pounds of food, you should be releasing pounds and pounds and pounds. Because when I say people got like 5 pounds of undigested, or you got 5 pounds of poop, you're like, well, ain't that much coming out. It should. So when you are doing a detox, you should go like at least 6 times. Like, Viola, I only went 2 or 3. You're either doing it wrong, or you need to increase what you're doing. You need to increase what you're doing. You really do need to increase what you're doing. And family, we already know when we're in a stressful environment, and we're staying in this state, this fight or flight, our body is getting beat down. And I mean beat down to the point you wonder why you're tired, why you're irritable, you wonder why you're getting marks in your face, you're worrying about all these different things, you know. And back to the headaches, because you worrying about all this, you getting these headaches. So the migraine starts, like, if you talking about like parts of your face. So if you want to know about a migraine, you'll know if you're getting a migraine headache, because it'd be like like this part of your face. I just wish I could show a diagram. I can't really show a diagram because I ain't print anything out. I didn't. But it's like part of your face, like you got that mask on. Y'all know, like I don't know. I like watching movies. I go to movies a lot, so I'm always relating things to movies. But this part of your face is when you get a migraine. Like sometimes, like a titular headache could come here or on the back of your head. A lot of us, it's like, what type of headaches do you have? A lot of people say, well, I'm suffering from headaches, I'm suffering migraines. Did the doctor, would somebody say you're diagnosed with headaches? What type of headache you have, because you got headaches that's just right here, like these bags like people have under their eyes. Those like they call them like cluster headaches, and it's just like right here, like, I don't have no pressure like that. But just think about the pressure. If you're having these headaches, think about the pressure. When I was talking about a lymphatic cleanse, when I was talking about this needs to be cleansed too, it does. And I know it's like Viola repeating your videos, but we're talking about the things that we're complaining about. We're talking about these symptoms, these issues that we're having, and then get down to the root cause. And it's like, are you sleeping? Really? Are you sleeping? Are you hydrating? Are you laughing? Are you taking your joy back? Are you laughing? Did you put some rosemary on your pillow or under your pillow? Did you put some lavender? Are you drinking lavender tea, rosemary tea? Did you have some, we're looking at some aloe vera. People don't realize things, some aloe vera juice. I already told you what tea I'm drinking. And it's nasty. It's nasty. This is for your gut. But I gotta realize, when we talk about that lymphatic cleanse, I don't think your head needed a lymphatic cleanse. You don't think this is gonna go on my head? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just like when I was telling you how to breathe some rosemary. Same thing when I was talking about putting plants in your house. You don't have to just put a green plant. You got to just put a plain old thing in there. Put some herbs in there. Put some herbs. Y'all want to smell some rosemary? I would love to smell rosemary, lavender, basil. Smelling these things in your house. Oh, and it just puts your house in a tranquil. And you can't tell me, you be like, headache what? You're like, girl, I have a headache in a long time. And I'm like, see, we talking about women's health. I know men, you can use this too. You can use this too. Because I know like women, like I'll look down in the bottom when I was like, we need to talk about the yoni. We'll talk about that later. I'm only like 23 minutes in. People don't watch the video that long. And if you ain't on live, you kind of miss it. You do. Because people ain't gonna watch to the end. So I'm gonna talk more of that about to the end. Talk about more of that, but to the end. But just imagine having these plants, these herbal plants in your house, eating them. You can dry them out, but just imagine just eating it raw, just like that. That's live. That's living. That is like that's like the best right there. Just take you some rosemary, rubbing in your hands, smelling it. Put some in some tea, especially peppermint. Yeah, oh my goodness. I had some peppermint tea last night, and we can't forget about the dandelion. It's free outside right now. Family, When I say it's free, I may be like, Viola, but I can buy some from you. Yes, you can, but it's free. When y'all roll out some grass or y'all sitting here trying to kill a weed, stop killing your weeds. Pick them, plug them. Get you an app that says how to identify some plants. Take a picture, go around and when you collect them weeds, right? Instead of putting them in the trash, you could put them in your compost. It's okay. But make sure you take a picture so you can identify. Because I remember when I was talking about the knowledge, the only knowledge that really matters. I was serious when I was talking about that food, identifying these weeds, how they call it. Because y'all know we've been we've been lied to, talking about those are weeds. And you be like, wait, don't the dandelion, how they say may kill cancer? Come on. Y'all pull up Get Dandelion right now and y'all read it and it say anti-cancer. You be like, what? You be like, ginger. If y'all not drinking ginger tea, just smelling it, you know what I'm saying? You could put dandelion and ginger tea together. Oh my goodness, is it woo, and it's good. It's really good, I'm telling you. And look, I would say a little echinacea, but that's only if we talk about if you've been having these headaches for years. If y'all been dealing with stress and don't know how to maintain it for years. I'm talking about you're seriously having a lot of issues. Then it's okay because not dandelion, echinacea and golden seal should be your last resort herbs because those are heavy hitters. And you don't take it a long time. You do not take it a long time. Just like when we talk about the oregano, we talk about oregano tincture. Oregano tincture will, Herbs Cream have that heavy hitter for oregano X because it killed that fluke worm. I ain't gonna say what, but we talking about them fluke worms that be ingrained in your body. And I'm talking about encased because them little boogers, I'm gonna call them boogers, them worms, them fluke worms, they hide behind the mucus, behind the toxin. I mean, it buries itself deep. And if you don't I'm talking about taking stringent fruits, if you're not doing vitamin rich, I can't even get out vegetables. I mean, really, really getting heavy with the detox. You have to, break down all of that fluke worms in. And I'm talking about it, family. We talking about when deep, it be deep to where if you happen to have a fluke worm, which is the herpes virus, the how they say psoriasis and the chicken pox and shingles, when you're dealing with not the chicken pox, but y'all get what I'm saying, if that's in the chicken pox family. But if you're dealing with these skin irritations, it's good to get you some, I gotta throw it out there. I gotta just throw these little things in here. We talking about grapeseed oil. I'm talking about cold pressed organic grapeseed oil is very, very nutritious. And you see me nutritious to take care of those scabs. And it's good to make a salve. But I'm telling you, sometimes family, look, I forgot to put lotion on my hands. Look at my hands. But anyway, you put that grapeseed oil on. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this lotion. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it while I'm on the live. I don't even care. You know how we be vain. I'm on the live worrying about my what you call. Look, I don't like to be ashy. But if y'all take some, and I do got grapeseed oil. Matter of fact, let me show you this grapeseed oil and stop playing. People think grapeseed oil. That's what I should have went and got, right? You're like, you should have got but I don't want to show the name. But I'm gonna see if I can put the name. Look, family, grapeseed oil. We talking about 100% pure grapeseed oil, hair, skin, and nails. It's all natural. Woo, I'm telling you, grapeseed oil. I do that. Look. So that's one of my secrets in my baby oil. I'm just going to say, that's my secret on my baby oil. When I be mixing hemp, I'm not going to tell you too much of my secrets, but that's one of my secrets. And I don't know if y'all with me. Grapeseed oil is what I use. One of my secrets in my baby oil. And no, I don't sell it. Family. I really don't. But that's how I make my baby oil instead of using Johnson & Johnson. Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you have that skin irritation, like those who have that other stuff, when y'all talking about what's the eczema and all, like, y'all better check out the grapeseed oil. I know virgin olive oil, but not for the psoriasis. You know what I'm saying? And ugh, it's just so much. But back to that fluke worm family. They be reproducing. And this is why when you do a detox, you got to be committed. I'm saying you got to be committed. You got to be so committed that you don't care about losing your butt when you lose weight. You don't care about losing your breasts. I'm talking about my women. We got to be like, forget that. I'm killing that fluke worm. That fluke worm's going out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that I detox all over from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. Family, I'm just saying. Yeah, you really want to get rid of the gut issues, if you really want to get rid of these headaches, if you really want to stop having all this stress, I'm telling you, y'all need to laugh more. And what I was saying in my other video, we need to stop playing and breathe. We need to breathe. I'm telling you, be like, Viola, I breathe naturally. You sure? Are you sure you're actually getting a deep breath to where every cell in your body is getting some oxygen? Are you? You know, when I was talking about changing environment, I'm talking about you changing, your mindset. And I'm talking about a deep breathe. I'm talking about, and I know I talk about that 4-step, but you're supposed to get up to 16. I'm like, whoa, I'm not there yet, but I'm at an 8. I'll be practicing. I do all types of breathing exercise, all types. And look, when you're stressed, you gotta breathe. And don't breathe through your mouth unless you're pushing the air out. But I would just breathe through my nose. I'm telling you, family, breathing. I know you're saying it's natural. I do it every day, but we really, and I'm telling you, if you, and I ain't gonna do no challenge. I'm just saying you have to intentionally, I mean, very seriously, intentionally. We're talking about for good health. I'm talking about good health because a lot of us dying for heart attacks, high blood pressure. A lot of us got diabetes. We wonder why we got diabetes. Our bodies is at this dis-ease. And we're like, well, dang, how do I get this dis-ease? How do I get my body from being dis-ease, unease, however? How can I do that? Viola, really? I'm a woman. My cycle's heavy. My this, my that. We talking about all your issues. I just put 3 because I got to put something on the video. I couldn't just say your yoni. I couldn't just put your yoni, because a lot of women do have sexual issues. And that's going to be, later, maybe about 15 minutes, I'll talk about that. But I mean, seriously, the free doctors, and I'm going to say this over and over and over again, because like when I was talking about missing those top 3, we're talking about sleep, hydration, and stretching, the exercise, that walking. If you don't do those all 3, you're hurting yourself. That's why you're having these gut issues. Like when I was talking about cooking, I'm so serious, family. We supposed to cook with love. We're supposed to be relaxed. We're supposed to be woosah. That's when the food's good. You be like when grandma, she be in there putting her food up. She be in there humming. Grandma be in there humming like, oh, that food gonna be good. She's cooking with love. Y'all don't ever think that humming is grandma's in there singing to herself and she like, woo. She putting that love and she's de-stressing. She like, man. Y'all know, I'm talking to my women. Remember, she was with granddaddy for a long time. She'd be like, he coming here with some nonsense. Y'all get me right. She's like, I'm ready for him because we're gonna come in here and I'm gonna. She be in there humming. She be setting the stage. She be putting the baby to sleep. She be putting y'all to sleep. But that humming is. I'm telling you, that humming is those frequencies you need to listen to. That humming is gonna get rid of them headaches. It's gonna get rid of that stress. It's gonna ease that upset gut. It's going to ease it because, we already eating whatever we want to eat anyway, So I'm going to stop talking about eating with you guys. I'm just going to stop. But a good, how can I put it? A good thing to clean your house with is you should just have lemons or limes. I'm talking about limes to clean your house. Lime. Just get you some limes and clean. Like, I'm not cleaning my house, but why not? Get you some water. Stop buying bleach. I mean, like, I'm not trying to stop people from buying some stuff, but if you want to get better health, and I mean better health, stop having a headache, stop stressing. We gotta really look at. We have to really look at that. Our elderly. We have to really look at our ancestors. Because they be talking to us. If we just look at the environment, especially the animals, y'all know that's the secret. You watch them animals, they make sure they get the food protection. They make sure they do all that. They in nature, they in the sun. I want to ask you personally, everybody that's on here right now, you was outside today in the sun? Who was outside in the sun for more than 2 hours today? And I'm talking about intentionally. Who? Who was in there? Who was outside on purpose in the sun for 2 hours just to get that vitamin D? Come on. Who? We don't even think about that. And then we wondering why we stressing, why we got a headache, why we in this flight of fright, because we're not even taking the free. And I'm talking about God. That's God. That's love. That's beauty. That's nature. That's the universe. We got the sun. We got the sun and the moon, and we miss both of it. How many people? I know y'all don't want. Look, don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. Do not feel like, well, dang, she trying to bust me out. No, I'm telling you why. If you got this headache, if you got these gut issues, I'm giving you remedies other than, because I know y'all tired of, well, she talking about this tea, this, that. You already heard all them teas and all the herbs and stuff. You need to get it. You got gut issues. Your best friend should be marshmallow root. Your best friend should be marshmallow root. I'm just going to say. We're talking about your stomach. People got stomach issues. That marshmallow root go in there, and what it's doing is it's taking all that mucus off them sides on the walls. And it's a great herb to go in there, and they say it may. We got to put that in there. Oh, study shows. Study shows that it goes in and heals your intestines. Y'all know how long your intestines is? Y'all know. And if a lot of us that's backed up, y'all heard of a colon massage, right? Y'all be like, what? And this girl, I'm the colon queen. I'm telling you. If y'all don't get it, I'm telling you, your colon is where it's at. Your colon is why you stress sometimes. Y'all colon have us so jacked up. I mean, have us depressed, moody, aggravated. I mean, baby. It does, because you're not going and you're wondering what's going on. All them toxins and stuff is going back into your body. Stuff that you forced out. It's going back. I needed to go out. And I wanted to say this. Ladies. Now, for those who's in the military, or for those who can get it, okay, to my civilians, imagine you had your go bag on your back. And from the military queens, goddesses, ladies and women, imagine you got a rucksack on your back. In life, we got this bag on our back, because how they call us bag ladies. Now, your first breakup, I'm talking about the stress and stuff that we carry. Like when I was talking about grandma waiting for granddaddy to come in there, you can imagine how big her bag is. But we don't realize what grandma's doing when she's hunting. But just think what we do. Think about you. I'm talking about you. You. If y'all got a piece of paper, because y'all didn't tell me, y'all didn't tell me, who went outside for 2 hours. It's okay. Y'all don't want to be interactive. It's okay. But I'm going to just keep the video rolling. But I need y'all to write down on a piece of paper. Just write it down. Get your piece of paper, because y'all know I got my book right here. So I want you to get your piece of paper, and I want you just to write. I just want you to write, all the stuff that we done put in that bag, because y'all know y'all still carrying that bag, and these bags, as you get older, they get bigger. So you had your first breakup. You aggravated your job. I don't know if you're still in school. You got homework. I'm talking about all the stuff. The breakup, we hurt, we sad, we putting all this stuff in our bags, because that's the stuff that we holding down in our gut, and we wondering why we got this woman intuition, but we don't empty our gut. We have this, like I said, our uterus, I said that's our crystal ball. Our gut is, our gut intuition. But I'm talking about the stuff you know, that we bury down, we compartmentalize, but we got this bag and we just putting all this hate, this bitterness, this unforgiving. He made me mad. All our girlfriends and boyfriends, we got mad. We just putting this all in our bag. We just started putting this all in our bag. And as the years go, we mad because the demic happened. They tell us I might lose my job, all the jobs. We're talking about all this stress. I'm talking about to my goddesses, to my ladies, to my women, to my queens out there. You got a divorce, you putting that back there, your children getting on your nerves, you putting that in. You be like, your self-doubt, your low self-esteem, somebody said you're ugly, all the, how you said playing the dozens, you putting all that in your bag. You putting all that in that bag. And guess what? In life, think about this. In life, we putting this all in our bag. We just, and y'all can contest. I hope you writing down all the stuff that you doing, especially this unforgiveness. Family, if you mad, my ladies, goddesses, queens, and my women, if you mad at somebody who's dead and gone, honey, if you mad at somebody who's dead and gone, let it go. Let it go. Get that out that bag. Get that out that bag, because I do not want you to leave here with that heavy bag. Look, family. Look, my goddesses, my queens, my ladies, my women. That bag gonna get so heavy. I mean, it's gonna get so heavy that you're gonna be marching time. That means you're gonna be standing still and you ain't going nowhere. You're not growing. You still in this flight and fight. You angry. You wonder why the stress. You worrying about, the world is on top of me. Is it really? What I was saying, go in that mirror and purge. Go in that mirror and talk and say, I am beautiful. I love me. Give yourself some compliments. And I mean, talk to you, talk sexy to you. You damn good looking. You the bad, that's not you, that's not bad. You PhD, PHAT, we gotta go in there and speak life, speak living, healing. We gotta go in there and do what we gotta do and unpack that bag. Because I'm gonna tell you, when that bag gets too heavy, and we're not unpacking it, just purge, family, purge, because we gotta let it go. A lot of us is not letting that go. That bag is so heavy that we standing still. We can't move no more. We can't move. Imagine doing a 12-mile road march. Majority of the time when I was in the military, I ran. I asked a note, it's called a grasshopper. I was just doing a jog to make sure I passed that road march 12 miles in 4 hours. But anyway, so imagine you got that ruck and they put two people's rucksack on you, or you had to carry your duffel, your go bag. You had to carry grandma's go bag. You had to carry your children's go bag. You got 3 children, and then they took your mate out, or he had to run and go get he had to go run and get some supplies, and y'all had to move because y'all spot got tackled. Y'all know I'm talking, just talking. So you got to carry his bag too. So where you think you going? Where you think you going with all them bags? We can't go too far. We can't go too far. So this is the time to strengthen. This is when we got to get that strength up. And no, I ain't talking about no Superman cat, no Superman or Superwoman. That's just a lie to gas us up. That's gaslighting. If that's not gaslight, that's gaslighting to the 50th degree. Are y'all with me, women? Are y'all with me? That's gaslighting. Because you Superwoman, you see Superwoman for your kids. You be Superwoman for your man. You know what I'm saying? For your husband. You be Superman in your house. Don't be Superman outside. No, do that. But that's a myth that we need to just stop. That's just to sell records. Because I sing the song, I be like, because I am Superwoman. I be singing that song. Yes, sir. I be screaming it in my car. Y'all know how we be in the shower singing, thinking we can sing. Same thing in the car. I be blasting music and thinking I'm singing and sound horrible. I'm like, nope, I don't sound. I sound beautiful because it's me. And I love me. But seriously, go in the mirror, family. Go in the mirror, purge that bag. Say, oh, I forgive them. I forgive them. But first, we got to forgive ourselves. Y'all know, forgive ourselves. Get out of this flight or fright. Because when you stay in there too long, you're sickening your body. I mean, we're sickening our body to the point to where we standing still. And you realize, well, damn, I haven't moved and it's 2023 and I'm still in the same state of 2018. I'm like, no, we got to change. We got to change. We got to grow. We got to stop having these headaches. we Sometimes we got to change providers. we can't. We can't. Because like I said before, if your provider tell you it's okay to not to poop daily, and I'm talking about just once a day, run. I'm serious. You better run because you seriously you should go. Your gut having gut issues. You need to be pooping 3 times. You need to be pooping 3 times. No ifs, ands, buts. And I know that everybody is what's the time? You should be checking the time, but I know that we are going through some issues there. I ain't gonna talk about no current events, but I know that there's some current events happening. I know everybody is on a different level, but I still want you to laugh because I don't want your body in flight or fright. I don't want your body stressing. I don't want these headaches going where the headaches are making you stay in bed, that you don't want to take a shower, you don't want to brush your teeth. We're talking about having health issues to where your cycle is like, what in the world? And what's she doing? Because it's a she. Your yoni's a she. What your yoni be like, girl? What you feed me today? What you wearing? What you cleaning your house with? Your yoni saying that. Look, I'm telling y'all to feed your brain, but the other brain's in charge. Your gut's in charge. Your gut's in charge. But then your yoni be in charge too, because she gets sick too. Because what y'all think is down there by your gut? You know what I'm saying? You got your ovaries. You know what I'm saying? You got you. Come on now, think about it. We got to think about what's down there. You have a JJ. You know what I'm saying? Is it healthy? Is it healthy? Are you hydrating? Are you hydrating? If y'all got some questions, I will be answering your questions. But we have to really, we have to. Oh, you want to talk about for women? Well, come on now. So my pregnant women. Let's think about this. And it's good for your health too. This is good for your health. Do you know that you can have CMOS? That's if you're not allergic, because I ain't gonna be sit there because everybody knows their body. Everybody knows their body. Are you taking the correct prenatal vitamins? We talking about we talking about my women because y'all get headaches. Y'all get headaches. Come on, y'all stressing. But when I'm talking about going out there in that sun, are you out there in the sun? Like I'm talking about your prenatal vitamins. We always talk about prenatal vitamins, but I need your minerals. I need you to have your minerals. Are you going out there eating when I'm talking about the trash? We can't keep taking the trash that was given to us or ingrained in us back in the slavery time and keep eating the trash, the scraps, and make it a delicacy. And then we're trying to bring life. I know y'all like, Viola, you talking about meat? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that because we still got to get the fruits and vegetables. We still got to make sure that we giving. I mean, think about it, family. At different ages, right? At different ages, and we're talking about our health. We never thought about acid sperm. We never thought about if our eggs are healthy. We don't even think like that. All we know is grandma ate this. She cooked this. My mama ate this. My mama cooked this. She cleaned with this. She told me about the Ajax. She told me about the bleach. She said, don't mix. Look, these are chemicals. Don't mix Ajax. Don't mix bleach and alcohol. She told us all this, right? But what about the ones that tell you to use lemon and lime, and put some frankincense or myrrh, or just put some, some peppermint oil, or, I'm talking about for cleaning products. Put some lavender, all this in cleaning your house. We don't think vinegar. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And then after that, you can put a little peroxide. You'd be like, Viola, is that chemical? And I ain't say you mix all these, but you put it in water and you try your different concoctions that you like to clean your house. Now I know some bugs, some bugs that attract, but this is why I was mentioning a little bit before in your house, put these plants. Put these plants in your house. Put some lavender, put some rosemary. You know what I'm saying? Dill. All these smells good and put it in different parts of your house. Like we put the echinacea. We put the echinacea, man. I'm sorry, somebody's calling me. Put the echinacea. I'm sorry. But go ahead and use, not echinacea, eucalyptus. Put that in the bathrooms. Put that in the bathrooms. It's not wrong with putting some in the diffuser. All these stuff is good for your cleaning. And we talking about health for pregnant women. Can you tell me what specific issue that you're having if you want to talk about that? Because I know the doctor would tell you that you're supposed to eat for 2. Yeah, you're supposed to eat for 2, but when we go to the nutritionist, we gotta make sure they on that game. Because if they tell you go in and eat 9, go in there and have at it with the wheats and grains, I'll be like, no, because there's certain grains and certain wheats that we should not have. I'ma just say it, especially if you're melanated like me. Get away from the dairy, get away from the cheese. My goodness, cheese. Get you some black rice. We got to make sure we know what we're eating. We got to know what we're putting on our bodies. We got to know the areas we in. We already know it's jacked up outside because these trails, we already know that, when it rains and then it's what water you drink. What water you drink. And I try not, it's like, it's like I'm tiptoeing around certain things because I don't want to just, say a certain company. So that's why I'm tiptoeing around some of my words. But what are you actually? Yeah, orange peels are excellent. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's the main reason why you eat it. When you eat an orange, people think that you're supposed to throw the peel away. No, you know how they talk about putting zest. You put zest on when you make a vegan pie. You know how they put the lemon zest and the orange peels? You can dry orange peels, and that's a hidden secret in our in my mind is in our elderberry syrup. I didn't be like, Viola, let me giving secrets. We got to worry about when we making our syrup, when they're making our cough syrup. Y'all already know my cold pack. I was talking about lemon, ginger, turmeric, onion, a cinnamon stick. What cinnamon stick? I'm telling you, family, have at it. Have at it. Nothing wrong with you, having ginger, especially ginger when you got an upset stomach. People talking about go some ginger ale. No, ginger, not the ale. Ginger, not the ale. Be like, get the ginger ale and the saltine crackers. That's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. Especially my melanated, deeper melanin, the mocha cocoa brown. It's not really for us. Yes, it soothes your stomach, but at what point? So you're gonna give the baby all that salt and the wrong salt. So, and I know like you coming down and saying these things, and it's just the world we live in, and a lot of things that, if we really listen to our grandma, they told us, they be like, girl, get that wig off your head. And you be like, grandma, you had a wig. And grandma say, but it's synthetic. Grandma be like, girl, this is a fake wig. This is synthetic. This ain't no human hair. I know I'm gonna lose some people today. And look, goddesses, queens, ladies, women, I love you guys. We putting human hair on top of our head. And I know I cut my crown. I know I cut it. But it's starting to grow back. I'm trying to get it to grow back. But these are antennas. They are antennas, but that human hair is not for us. I know it look good. I know it. You can clean and wash it. I'd rather put synthetic or fake. I know it don't hurl well. But y'all know, like, when I'm talking about we healing ourselves mentally, physical, spiritually, we got to check those things. Because like when I was talking about our bag, we need to purge that bag and go in there and speak life to ourselves. We got to purge that bag. Same thing when we do our hair. We don't know what we put in our hair. We just know it's, I just had to, it's just saying it's this and this. We got to know what's in it. We got to know what's in it, especially that aluminum and all of other, those dyes, and those preservatives. And family, please, because I get emails like this. What about vegetable oil? And I'd be like, what about it? Because vegetable oil is not vegetables unless you squeeze a vegetable and got the water. But that ain't vegetable oil. That, I'm just saying that's not vegetable oil. It's not vegetable oil. It's something probably from a tire or from, I would say, from gasoline. You'd be like, what? I would cook with, some avocado oil, grapeseed oil. Now, olive oil and coconut oil, it just heats different. It heats different. I'm just gonna tell you, it heats different. That's why I try to eat raw. Try to eat raw as best I can. She said, you said what's good for soaking your feet? Look, y'all know how we mouthwash. Mouthwash, but it's good to use Epsom salt. It's good to use Epsom salt, but ain't nothing wrong with getting you. I can make sure. Ain't nothing wrong with doing your grapeseed oil. Ain't nothing wrong with the grapeseed oil. Massaging your feet. Let me tell you, if y'all don't know, a good stress reliever is going there getting a massage. I mean, going there getting a massage. And I know some of you guys are here. I think one of you guys are here in North Carolina, because Brianna Young, she's on my Facebook. She's actually giving massages. I'm talking about an hour massage for $40, either $40, $45. I forgot how much it is, but I'm gonna shout out to her. She's here right here in Fayetteville. She's getting ready to finish, college, and part of her graduation, she's giving massages from, I want to say, March to December, but you have to go on a Saturday. She's right here local in North Carolina. If y'all need more information, either go on my Facebook. She's one of my friends. She hit her up. Brittany Young. Yeah, Brittany Young. Go in there. I'm not Brianna. I'm sorry, Brianna. It's Brianna. But please hit me up at support@verywisealternatives.com. And I'll send you her information. You here local. But that massage, I'm trying to tell you, give yourself and it's a certain way you got to massage, family. It's a certain way you massage. It's like when I'm talking about doing that colon massage, because of a lot of us, when we are doing detox, like Viola, I haven't pooped. Are you massaging your colon? And it's a lot of times, if you just go for a run, like Viola not run, I'm like, why? Do a little speed walk, go out there and pick up a little jog. I bet you if you go out there and run, you'll be like, oh, I bet you go, because that movement, y'all need that movement. Family, you need that movement like you need air to breathe. And like going back to these free doctors, you already know Dr. Sleep, Dr. Laugh. When I'm talking about that laugh, I'm talking about a deep laugh. That deep laugh, then get with that deep breathing. When I'm talking about getting that good massage, I'm talking about massaging your head all the way down to your hands. Because even when you do a Tai Chi, is it Tai Chi? I forgot. Look, I think it's Tai Chi. I did it when I was in Aruba, and they were showing these different exercises, these different motions and different. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting my circulation on. You know what I'm saying? I was loving it. We need to do that. We need to do all this for good health. I'm talking about for excellent health. For all this, how can I put it? For all this unresolved things that comes up because we got that rucksack or that go bag and we got stuff in it because we done got dumped. Somebody cussed us out. Somebody called us ugly. Somebody called us stupid. All these names, because the power of the tongue. We got all that in our bag, and we mad at this person. We mad at our sister. We mad at our brother. They done took our boyfriend, took our husband. Stop being mad. Forget him. Get your energy back. Go in there and forgive yourself. Go in there and forgive yourself because you picked them. We got to take ownership. Just like I said, we got to go through the storm. Why not? It's the only way you're going to get healing. Just like I'm talking about pain. Still got to go through it. That's what the process. You got to go through it. I know you'd be like, Viola, I'm pushing. Push through it. Push through it. I mean, whew. And did I hope I answered when she told me she's pregnant. Going back to that, make sure you're getting the minerals. My mind, I had to jump back because, we're hour in. So a lot of people are going to listen to this. So I'm going to be talking a little bit, And it's still dealing with your headache, stress, and you know what I'm saying, your gut issue. Because even pregnant women, you know, you have the bubble guts, but you don't want it too long. You want to make sure you're going, because the worst thing I need for you to do is get hemorrhoids. Whoo! You don't want hemorrhoids. That's why it's best for you to do juice and smoothies. And you're getting it. Y'all need moringa should be your best friend. We got to stop playing with our blood, family. Honestly, a lot of people don't even know they have low bone density. A lot of people don't know they have low iron. We're talking about your blood. We're talking about your life. We're talking about your blood, family. Your blood. A lot of people blood's dirty. Then you wonder why you got a headache. You're putting the wrong thing in your body. It's dirty in your blood, and then when the poop coming out, it don't even come out. It stays there. I could throw a whole lot of stuff at you. You know, when we pregnant, they say eat whatever. Make your ice cream. Make your own ice cream. It's three ingredients. And I'm gonna make this video. I keep saying, I said it before, I make this video. It's whatever fruit. So the first fruit you're gonna see that I'm gonna use is gonna be strawberry. Strawberry, you got coconut milk, and you got maple syrup. That's it. That's it. Make your own ice cream. Stop doing the dairy. I know it tastes good. Family, if y'all don't realize that I know it tastes good, I'm so sorry. And I like I was on with Herbis Cream in a private meeting, and then people were saying, I don't want to come to your house because you don't eat meat. And I'm like, because I don't eat meat, that's the only reason why you don't want to come to my house. And I'm like, that's why you don't want to come to my party. And I'm like, dang, that food be good. Trying to make sure I don't say word, but that food be good. Y'all gotta stop thinking that meat is the go-to. Meat is not the go-to. Just like when I was talking about the human hair, we have to realize the spirits and all that other stuff that we're putting in our bodies. And I know y'all don't want to hear that, family. I know y'all don't want to hear that. You know, my queens, I'm speaking to my women. You know, my goddesses, the queens, the ladies. I'm speaking to y'all. We have to realize what we do. We have to, like the smell good, the smell good, and what you putting in your yoni. You know, what are you putting in your yoni? I know a lot of people don't want to say that because sometimes, you know, I just had one email where she forgot that she had the tampon in her yoni, and people, you don't realize you get this toxic shock. That's more toxins in your body. And we don't realize what we're doing in our body. And then some people, if you just imagine if it's in there, and it shouldn't be over there. Ladies, if you wearing tampons, don't have them in there for over 4 hours. Whew, I'm gonna leave it there because she needs air. She needs to be breathing. And we're just messing up the pH balance. I'm saying we're just messing it up. And then we wonder why our bodies, messed up. I'm I'm just gonna I'm not happy that I lost, my organ, my reproductive organ. I'm not happy, but I was happy not to have the cycle, but I wasn't happy from the other part. So it's like a a happiness and a sad at the same time, because it's like, man, I can never have children again, because I did want a son, but it's just it's like but we have to take care of our yonis. We really do. There's nothing wrong. Now I'm promoting the yoni steam. And yes, I am promoting the yoni steam. And I am talking about y'all doing y'all kegels, because we do have women. I can talk about this subject right now. We do have a lot of women who never had an orgasm. Never. And then they wondering what please. And it's sad that we're in this environment that we have fake. We have artificial sex. Y'all know we got these toys. And that is, they said it's not in nature. Even like it's not in nature. And I'm going to end there because I ain't going to really talk too much in there. But we have those issues. And those are those are heart-wrenching, or those can mess you up mentally. Those can have you, and it's stressful. I'm going to lose this relationship. I'm this. So it's what we need to take out of these bags. If I can say that, as far as our health, we're talking about our overall health. We're talking about, like, I know I was talking about the headache, the stress, and the gut issues. But if we think about the other little underlining issues, like for my women who have the, like they say, the split personality and all these other, I'm not trying to call out their the, how y'all call it, the doctor names, but we have to look at, if you actually do a cleanse, I'm talking about a deep cleanse to where you're doing this for like maybe 5 to 6 to 7, if not 12 weeks, because there's cleanses out there that's good for 12 weeks. We're talking about when you want to kill that fluke worm, because I'm gonna tell you, a fluke worm is no joke. We're talking about worms that's embedded in you, and they just keep reproducing the time. I want to say it's like every 9 days. You be like, what the hell? Family, we gotta really look at our body and how beautiful, how dynamic it is. And we got our cells in there, and our cells are reproducing. And we gotta think about those bad bacteria. We gotta talk about those worms. And if you see all those different worms, all those different parasites, all those different, like the hookworm, the whatever worm, there's like, I know at least 7 that I can't say everybody have, but I have at least 3 or 4. You have at least 3 or 4 different parasites living in your body, and they don't come out easily. They don't come out easily. That's why I said, if you're okay to do a 4 or 5 day, do a 10 to 21 day. Have at it. If you can go 30 days, I'm telling your body be like, thank you. Your body be thank you. Because you'll be pooping, you'll be shedding, you'll be getting all of that calcification, all those toxins, all those. Try to get most of that plastic and toxin out. You know what I'm saying? But if your colon is moving, sweet, woo, your health is better. Your life is better. You're better. So, and a lot of us don't think about how can I put it? When you are on your health journey, and if we think about our overall health, you still got to think about spiritual, you got to think about mind, body, and soul, because you're actually doing all of them. And that bitterness seep in, and you don't even know you're bitter, because sometimes we raised by bitter family, sometimes we raised by bitter elderly, we bitter, and then we don't realize we bitter. We don't realize that we're carrying all that animosity and don't know why. We don't even realize that we cause drama. We don't even realize that we are the problem. We don't realize when we need to just be silent. We need to be silent sometimes, because sometimes when we are the problem, when we lie and keep on, and you're like, well, dang, is it me? I was like sometimes I can tell. Sometimes I'm like, well, damn, I was the problem. Why am I cussing? Why? You gotta check yourself. You gotta look deep in that bag, and I mean deep in that bag, and get all down there. Get compartmentalized. Pull up that long drawer cabinet and go back all them years of forgiveness. Forgive the person who raped you, molested you, stole your money, robbed you, killed somebody in your family. And I know you're like, Viola, I can never do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. For us to get through this this United States, to get through, to get the healing, so we can wake up and realize and just stand and yeah, you know what I'm saying, family. You be like, what is she saying? What's she talking about? All right. We talking about our health. We talking about we talking about making sure we living right. And I mean really focusing, because when you are doing a cleanse, let me tell you, your mind open up. Your mind open up. You get this crying. You get this purging where you're crying. You like, oh, I needed that healing. I needed that cry. And then you learn to laugh. You learn to laugh at foolishness. You learn to laugh at nonsense. You learn to get your mind out of flight or fright. Because if we stay there, we stay living in this survival. And it's going to come. I'm telling you, they don't even care about us. So if they know they don't care, and they keep destroying the stuff that we build, and 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 us staying, beneath ourselves, we need to raise above ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep letting that part win, and we don't need to let that part win. We need to take back our energy and keep our energy, and know when you see it, because you're going to see so many different things. You're going to look at TV different. You're going to look at yourself different. You're going to look at people different. You're like, I can read you. I can see. You're going to be open up spiritually. You're going to be going through so many different changes. You'd be like, wait, was I really like that? You're going to find yourself less cussing a lot. You're going to find yourself sitting back, listening. You're going to find yourself just opening, being more open to growth. You're not going to be standing still with that heavy back with all them bags. Because you know, be trying to call us bag lady. They keep saying we're so emotional, but you're going to learn how to fix your emotion. You're going to be centered. You're going to be like, oh, what? You're going to learn how to love yourself. And I mean, love yourself to where instead of you having your head this way, you're going to lift your chin just a little bit of the little arrogance, but you're not arrogant. How can I play? I'm not going to use the word humble, but y'all know what word I'm trying to say. Y'all put it in the chat what word I'm trying to say. But y'all know I'm saying you're going to be like, yeah. You're going to be like floating because I know y'all already know we could jump, we could fly, we could do all these things. We can talk to ourselves telepathically without even speaking. Because you want to walk into a room and be like, ooh, you want your energy. You want people to feel your energy before they, when you walk in a room, because that's your presence. That's you be like, mm-hmm. You want to be glowing to where you like, wow, because you see your beauty. You don't have to worry about somebody fixing your crown anymore because you're gonna fix your own. You're gonna make sure when your slip is showing you. I know my slip is showing. We're gonna be wearing like you wearing some sexy underwear. You're gonna be like floating. You're gonna be floating. I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. But y'all got any questions? I know I've been sitting here running my mouth. I hope y'all please so the algorithm can pick it up and the AI, the AI listening. But y'all have any questions? Because I just want to make sure. Yes, moringa is the best. I don't take moringa every day, but at least out the week I have moringa at least 4 times. At least 4 times, because just want to make sure that you're getting. We just don't know how critical these the minerals, like a lot of us not getting enough manganese, we're not getting enough. I'm just telling you, family, when you actually just think about when you go get your blood test, I would get a blood test with food and without food. So they can just judge it. But if you realize how, magnesium, selenium, copper, iron, we're missing so much. That's why they have my moringa. That's why it's so critical that you know your superfoods. It's so critical that you take your superfoods. And I'm gonna tell you, last week I was telling you about the coffee. Now, if y'all get into mushrooms, there's this mushroom coffee that has like 7 to 14 different mushrooms in it. And it's so good. It's so good. I'm telling you, I drank it all. I should have kept the thing. I didn't keep it. It was a gift. It was a gift. I wasn't even really paying attention because I'm gonna tell you, fam. I'm gonna tell you like this. When I receive stuff, I just be throwing stuff away, and I put it inside of mason jars. I put the stuff in mason jars, and I be like, I know what it is. Y'all know how herbalist is. Y'all come to a herbalist house, they'll have mason jars, and we know what's in it. I'm just telling, we know what's in it. Because look, I'm gonna tell you, want to see, because I put change in it. Be like, what the hell? I'm just saying. Of course, I sterilize it. Y'all stop. I felt somebody's vibe. But we got mason jars so many places. But we know what's in it. But I'm just saying, I take stuff out and I just, I know that's my mushrooms because I can tell what's what. But I just put it in a mason jar and I used it. But that was the tea that that was the coffee that I was saying. So you don't have to have that coffee that's made with them, they call them Maxwell houses and good to the last drop. But I don't want you to have anything with, that like, cigarettes, you have that nicotine. I don't want you to have that whatever they call it. Look, my brain is like done. I even forgot the name of it. But anyway, you just don't want that in there. Caffeine. You don't want the caffeine. See, I told you I was going to get it right. I'm just trying to make sure I get all of the different things that we need to, that I want to make sure I say in this video. But you just don't want that caffeine. So mushrooms, I'm telling you, family, there's so many, chefs, and I call them chefs. They got so many. They even show you how he has his how he grow it. He has his own little corner in his house, and he has this. I don't know if y'all see my other video when I was showing how I had my herbs inside of my little greenhouse with a little plastic. Well, that's where he cleaned it. He grows his mushrooms. And I'm telling you, he shows how he makes steaks and all that. But I'm telling you, mushroom coffee, excellent, excellent. Excellent, family. Yeah, I gotta go in there. A lot of things we gotta research, and I just threw that in there because I was like, let them know. But it's mushrooms, and mushrooms. I know I was speaking to somebody last week, and they was like, mushrooms kill you, and I'm like, no, that's just a myth. Because they didn't want you to have the mushrooms. I mean, there's a lot of things, family, that we got to ignore because it's like sometimes people don't want to grow. So if you introduce these things, like when I was telling you, I mean, I was just shocked that my mom never had a kiwi, and I'm like, you never had a kiwi? Never. She was like, she eat it, and now she buy them every week. I'm just telling you, she buying them every week. That's why I'm telling you, don't be scared when you go to the grocery store. And I'm saying grocery store, I'd rather go to a farmer's market and try some of those other strange looking things, because your body needs that. We need different gut microbiomes because we need that in our lives so we can have longer life, so we can live to 110, so we can pass by all this mess that's going on, get our mind right, so we're manifesting and we making things and making our own reality. Because when you go on this cleanse and a deep cleanse, and I mean a deep cleanse, because if you're trying to get them that fluke worm out, or you're going to go through a deep cleanse that could be almost 3-4 months. I'm just saying, you're going to go through a lot of purging, I'm telling you. But back with our bags, family, back with our bags. We got to really think about our bags. We got to really think about how much stuff we harbor, how much stuff that we keep on ourselves, how much stuff we hold. And that takes effect of your health. Because a lot of times we're stressing and we're overthinking. We're overthinking things and we're wrong. We be wrong. And it's nothing wrong with saying you overthink. It's nothing wrong with that. I tell you, it's something you learn about yourself. And it's always good to learn new things about yourself, family. It's always good. And that's one thing that I grew on when I went through my healing journey. I was like, man, I'm not going to believe this. I'm not going to believe that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm telling you, family. Only reason why it's good to go through things, because you can say, look, I passed through it. Because this whole life is, look, we already know we're going to die. We already know we're going to die. We just don't know when, right? But why not enjoy the life in a healthy body? Why not enjoy life with no headaches, with no stress? And believe it or not, stress is only good to when you have like a project, or if you know you have a test, you're like, oh, and you're trying to get stuff. So good stress, but there's bad stress. And it's bad stress when you're in a flight or fright mode and you're there for years. We're there for years, because I'm going to tell you, I was there well over 20 years. And I'm like, man, I can't be like that. I can't be like that. And it's so important, family. It's so important that you identify that stuff, that you recognize that stuff. And that's why our health is poor. That's why you have headaches. That's why we can't sleep, mood swings. Our libido is so low that we don't even want to have sex. I mean, it's so much that we got to face, and we don't realize until later. We don't realize it until later, until we're like, man, we're like, why do I really feel like this? Why is this happening? And then, like when I was telling you, look at your tongue, look at your eyes, look at your nails. All this stuff identifies a lot of stuff. Same thing with your toes. Same thing when you go to the bathroom. I hope you're looking at when you urinate and when you poop. You'd be like, that's too much. No, it's not. Just like I said on my podcast, I was like, we do so many things that we don't realize what we do. Goddess, I'm live. Let me call you back later. Okay. So we don't realize what we do. And then it'd be like 20, 30 years later, like, oh man, I could have did this. I could have changed that. There's a lot of things that we just got to grow past and pick up different I would say different behaviors, because you want to be a different person. And you know what? A lot of times we have to look at the fact that look at the fact that when we marry, family, when we marry, you already know we go through different changes. We all go through different changes. Like they tell about, you go through this honeymoon phase, and the honeymoon phase don't stay. And you be like, dang, my husband changed to be this, my wife changed to be that. Just like when women, we have kids, we pick up all this weight, right? But how do we get rid of the weight? How do we get rid of the weight? We fix our environment. I know people don't want to be skinny like me. Like, girl, you too skinny. You don't lost your boobs in your butt. I mean, like, but what does it matter? I'm worried about my health. I'm worried about me croaking at a point to where I just have a massive heart attack. I don't want that. I don't want to be a burden on my kids to where I'm sick and oh, mommy, we gotta take you to the hospital. It's a lot. That's just my take. That's my take. But I just look at like a bigger picture. I just look at a bigger picture, and I say, if I can at least go out, because the dash, we born in this dash. I want to live life to the fullest. I want to live life to the fullest, even though all this stuff, like I said, is going around. But I just don't want to end before my time, or have somebody else in my life before it's time. So, and I mean, like, I don't want to talk about that. But do anybody have any issues, anything they want to talk about? Now, moringa is good. We don't really realize how bad inflammation ruins our body. And I know I didn't really speak on that, but the only reason why I didn't speak on that is because I didn't want to really talk about food. I didn't really want to talk about food, but a lot of us have that and don't realize that. We destroy our bodies so much that our bodies just be like, man, I'm tired. Your body, your organs, like when I be talking about your body running on a certain battery level, your organs run on the same thing. Your organs run on the same thing. When I'm talking about kidney failure, a lot of people be on kidney failure. Your kidneys come back. Your kidneys come back at a certain point. Like studies show, I got to throw that in there. I got to throw that in there. Your kidneys could come back. Yeah. Your kidneys come back. I'm not a master herbalist, but there's a whole bunch of master herbalists that y'all can get with. And y'all know I would send you the information. I would send you the information and say, look, go pay their fee and work with them. I'm trying to tell you, I would say go pay their fee and work with them, because you want to be here. You want to be here, and you want to live. But mostly the herbs is cleaning you out. You know what I'm saying? The vegetables clean you out. The fruit detoxes you. Fruit detoxes. A lot of us need to be detoxed for at least 90 days. You're like, Viola, I can't do it that way. I get that. I get you can't do it, but at least do it, every 3 days, every 4 days, or give yourself, when you're on vacation, go ahead and give yourself that time to go ahead and purge. Go ahead and get that out, because I don't want your body shutting down. And like I was talking about, a lot of us don't know the level, until like there's a drastic thing. You go for your checkup, you're like, the doctor say you fine, and then you have a pain. You're like, wait. And he's like, doctor said you fine. Then they'll end up saying, well, you got colon cancer. You're like, how you tell me I got colon cancer? And these are true stories, family. How you say I have colon cancer? You just checked me. But did they really check you? Did they really check you? Or did you go in there and say a whole bunch of stuff, but you just didn't let them check you like they need to? And I know, look, sometimes, like, I know for some reason, and I know I probably spoke about this before, but I'm just going to reiterate it. A lot of us, like myself, a lot of us have issues, right? But it don't be like, let's say if I had pimples on my face, you'd be like, well, how that mean I got to poop? I got a headache. Why you keep saying I got to poop? Your teeth rotten. Why you keep saying I got to go defecate? If you don't realize what your colon is connected to, if you, I know I ain't show a video, but you learn from other masters, master herbalists. You learn from, the other healers. If you actually look at the fetus, and when the fetus is growing and the fetus come out, it actually coming out, hear me, coming right out of your gut, right out your gut. And you be like, what in the hell? If you think about your skin and you think about what it's all connected to, if you got good colon, that's what I'm saying, you got gut issues. A lot of people hold so much, how can I put this? Like unforgiveness, unresolved. Like I'm talking about unpacking your bag. My goddesses, my queens, my ladies, my women, y'all need to unpack that bag. And I mean, unpack it fast. Sometimes you need to just dump it. And no, I know I didn't say that you can't take the bag off. No, you can't take the bag off because you still got to live. We still collecting stuff. But I want you to collect the good stuff. I want you to go out there and laugh. I want you to take your shoes off and run in the soil and the dirt. I don't want to hear about the bugs, the glass, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that because I ain't tell you to walk in in an ant bed. I mean, it's like we gotta have common sense. Yes, I get questions like that. They talk about how their backyard. I ain't say you got to go in your backyard, but if it's your backyard, it should be full of vegetables. And when you go out there and go out there barefooted anyway. But it's a lot of stuff that we just need to, honestly, we need to like really face ourselves, really listen to ourselves. And I mean, really, really listen to ourselves because we already know what the issues are. We just don't want to face it. We don't want to face it because we're like, no, I ain't forgiving him. I ain't never forgetting him. And I'm like, but why? And we have to, these are the questions we have to ask ourselves. These are the questions we have to ask ourselves in that mirror. We have to ask ourselves in that mirror. And some people are like, well, he said I was ugly. But do you think you're ugly? Because who cares what other people think? I know and I said this on a podcast, I was sitting there just trying to get you guys to realize just because, somebody else says something or whatever, remember, it's your peace. We got to value our peace enough than other people's feelings. And we don't do that. We don't do it. We just be like, oh, he said this, she say that. And I'm like, well, what do you believe? Why don't you want to keep your own peace? And that's, family. That's why when I told my grandma was in there humming while she cooking, because she found her peace. Grandma know how to be quiet. And that's what she was teaching us. But we so worldly now. So, and the only reason why I'm saying this, we so worldly now that we passed it. If you're here now, you passed the demic. You passed it. It's 2023. If things ain't worse now, I don't know. Because back then, we already knew or learned or had lessons learned about the money, about our insurance policies and what we should have did, what was priority now, what was superficial. A lot of us missed that. A lot of us miss what was superficial. A lot of us miss, it's not about what they do on TV. Meaning you see them stars wearing all that name brand. That ain't the time. It ain't the time. It ain't the time. And we went back to that. We went back to that because only reason why I know that is what did you do, I would say, from October to December? If you actually charged up your whole Christmas, we messing up. We didn't learn the lesson. We didn't learn the lesson. And that's where we at now. Then you wonder why you have the headaches, why you have the gut issues. These are the things that we haven't resolved in ourselves to spend money on what we need, not what we want. So this is another issues that we have, another things we need to face, another things that we need to stop hiding from our spouse that we overspent on a credit card of the wants. Oh, the baby need this, the kids need that. Oh, I want this birthday party. Oh, I want that. A lot of things we got to be like, babe, I spent this, I did that. And it's like, no. But a lot of us have it. A lot of us have. A lot of us don't. But I'm just talking about the stuff that we do superficial. And I'm talking about superficial to where it's like, how's your health? How's your health? Did you buy the food to make sure that you're eating right? You know what I'm saying? Did you buy the water? Because it's like, man, do y'all know now we got to shop for water? I was sitting here seeing how, I'm not being so transparent. I was seeing how we can actually take some water and really clean it. And it's like, our water is so toxic. It's like, well, dang, how do you clean this to be clean? Because a lot of us are still throwing medications down the drain. I'm like, why are we still doing that? And some of these medications you just can't get out. Some of these medications you just can't get out. Some of these medications you can't come out. And it's like, man, look at here. This is crazy. But anyway, I just want to make sure I say that. Of course, I'm looking on I'm gonna look on my notes because I want to make sure that I touch anything. Anybody got any? Oh, hey, brother. How you doing? But anybody got any questions? Because seriously, to get okay, so to correct all these, I already said it. Deep breathing, deep breathing, deep breathing. When I mean deep breathe, I need you to deep breathe. I need you to hydrate. I need you to be out in the sun. I need you to go and laugh. And I mean laugh, smile, do you. Don't let people just be all up in your face and you sitting there like and arguing back and letting them take and it's like, you argue and I'm saying this out of love because sometimes you're not arguing with a fool, but sometimes you're arguing with a fool and you're arguing with a issue that you can't win. And it's like, well, what are you arguing? It's better to have a discussion than an argument, because a discussion, at least tomorrow you guys are friends. But when you arguing, you think you friends. And for my married couples and my couples, a lot of times we need the table, and I mean table conversations. Sometimes, you have this disagreement. Instead of just keeping the house loving and happy, everybody going in separate rooms. No, sit down, have an agreement, say, let's table this conversation till tomorrow. I just want to hug and cuddle you and just hold you and kiss you. You know what I'm saying? Who don't think about that? Y'all don't think about that. It's a lot of times we need the table the conversation. And sometimes some conversations you don't need to have. Because if y'all didn't learn from grandma and granddaddy, baby, I'm telling, we missed the boat. Us ladies, women, goddesses, queens, we miss it. We miss it to when I'm talking about being quiet. Sometimes there's things that we shouldn't even say. Like when you tell them, why you wearing that suit? Sometimes you be like, or why certain things that they wearing that let them boys tell them. Certain arguments that we have with our mates that it's unwinnable. It's unwinnable, but grandma taught us. Sometimes you gotta let them fail or make the mistake themselves and keep their pride and keep their crown straight instead of you disrespecting them and making them like, man, she make me mad. I just want to leave her. Sometimes that's when you just want to be quiet. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of us run our mouths so much, putting out spells. Y'all don't believe it. Y'all spitting spells and don't even realize it. You be tainting. And when I'm talking about tainting, you tainting everything. Just messing it up. You be like, well, dang, how'd I mess up that good man? Yeah, because you don't ran in your mouth. And and sometimes you give it up too quick. Huh? Everybody don't need what you're cooking. Everybody don't need your cooking. Do y'all know, goddesses, queens? Let me say this. Ladies, women, do you know if you're single? I'm just saying that maybe if men in here, maybe they don't want to give up the game. But do you know some will wait 20 and 30 years just to get that cookie? And they be like, oh, I got it. Bye-bye. I'm just saying. I mean, things you learn, you be like, and I'm talking to my ladies because this is women health. This is women health because we wondering why we got these headaches. We wondering why we got the gut issue and why we staying stressed. Because we're too quick to give up the cookie. Then we wonder why we're not married and why he don't love us and why, he be like, one man be like, oh, I just want it first and then I can tell you if I love you. Well, why can't we be friends first and learn about each other and learn to see if we even, mesh? Because a lot of times A lot of times it be like that hero. Y'all know. You be like, oh, you did this for me. And some people think it's for to give it the cookie. You be like, why? You don't, just say gratitude. Just say ashe. Just give them their, their compliment. I appreciate it. If you want to pay them in currency, you pay them in time. Don't give up. Don't no. Stop opening them legs. Them legs need to be closed. We need to close it down. I'm just saying. But family, if y'all got my women, y'all got any questions? Okay, you talking about oh yes. I'm looking. She says she love oranges, clove, and cinnamon up water. Yes. That makes your house smell so good. Yeah. And think about family. You ever put the onion peels and just let it boil? Or just put different things and I know this is the clear energy and instead of smudging, you can just put some salt and a lemon, and it smells good, but it just clears energy. And the only reason I was talking about the plants, because the plants, you walk in people's houses, you feel the air is cleaner. Your air is cleaner for that, because that's what we want to do, is clean air. But you just got this sense that it's like, wow, you feel the energy and you feel loved. And you actually calm yourself down. Because that's what you got to do. We got to calm ourselves down. Same thing when I said we need to shut up. We do. Sometimes we just talk too much. And I know y'all not going to say it. I can say it. Sometimes I just talk too much. Y'all see me talking? It's already been an hour and 36 minutes and I haven't stopped yet. And I'm like rolling. I'm just saying. I'm trying to let y'all know sometimes we need to shut up. If y'all want to put in the comments, I mean, who knew that they ran their mouth too much and the man just ran? And you be like, dang. Anybody want to admit that? Nobody want to admit that? Okay. I have had a family, but I'm just trying to make sure, because we're talking about some peace. We're talking about the peace in your house, the peace that your man needs when he come in the house. He just wants some peace. He just wants some peace. Same thing. Vice versa. You want peace. He want peace. We all want peace. But, make sure you value yourself enough that you love your peace. I'm saying this, my ladies, my women's, my queens, my king, not the kings. I'm sorry. My ladies, y'all know the women. We want that peace, because we ain't worrying about their opinion. Their opinion don't matter. Their opinion, I'm telling you, don't matter, because it can be ruined. You be like, oh, they don't like I know some people now. If you look at my lips, I'm not trying to look at my lips. My lips are two different colors. People are like, why are your lips like, why does it matter? They be like, are you going to get rid of that mole on your face? I'm like, why does it matter? It's my mole. It's my face. Just like, oh, you shouldn't cut your hair. You look like a dude. I'm like, why does it matter? That's your opinion. I got the piece that I love my hair. I love it, and be like, why does it matter? Because their opinion don't matter. And I need you to get your piece. And that's a lot of times, women, sometimes it's just too much. And y'all women, I know what I mean. Sometimes we just do a little too much. Being jealous when ain't nothing happening. Look, some women are so jealous. The man be home 24/7. You cheating. You be like, what in the world? In my thoughts, I don't know. Y'all know how we can be. Y'all know how we can be. We cause that stress. We cause our own headaches. We cause our own gut issues. If we can admit that, you grow. And as you grow, just saying, it had to be said. It had to be said. How I know? Because I'm telling on myself. Because I went through that. I grew through that. A lot of times we have friends that we should be running from instead of hanging out with. Yeah, I know if you got somebody that wants you to cheat, you be like, get away from them. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it's a test. Sometimes it's a test. Pass the test. Pass the test. Because it'll be lesson learned. You be going right back, because honestly, I was doing a video and y'all probably seen it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And I was like, stop saying it. the topic was, if I can do it all over again, right? About lessons learned. I'm like, dang, do I want to come back over here? I be like, No. I was like, that would be a short video. It'd be, and I'm like, no, there's no. So let me talk about women's health. Let me talk about women's health, because a lot of women out here suffering in silence. I mean, we are suffering, and we like, I'm too ashamed to say that I got, this, the fluke worm. I'm too ashamed that I have this. No, don't, please don't. But I'm trying to look. Make sure I got everything. Anybody got any questions? Oh, I want to speak on this. I wanted to speak on this real quick. And it's about our children. Because you know how we stressing, especially, as single parents, that I don't want you to be single. I don't want you to be single. I don't want you to be doing it by yourself. Find you a mate. You a mate. I'm just gonna say that. Because that's another stress, a little aggravation. And they love for us to be single. Because y'all already see all these videos and all this stuff coming out here. And I know you already seen the video, how we spend so much money. We spend, whew, we spending money, spending money, because if you had a mate, you wouldn't have bought all them dresses, you wouldn't have need all them shoes to go to a new club, to have a new outfit. I'm be honest, you wouldn't have had to have your hair did every single weekend or every 3 days. Come on now, come on now. I'm gonna just say that, but I wanted to say this for my single women. Now, I had to learn this. I had to learn this. Our kids don't really have to listen to us. You know that, right? They have options. They ain't got that many options. So don't get your mind or get your panties in a bunch, because I'm talking to my ladies. So women, goddesses, and ladies, queens, however you call yourself, they don't have to listen to us. And we sit here knocking ourselves in the head, stressing, ain't sleeping, pulling our hair out. They do not have to listen. I'm talking single men too. They do not have to listen to us, but they either get the consequences or they listen, right? They behave. They got that option. So when they go left, just deal with them accordingly. I ain't telling you to spank their behind, but deal with them. Let the punishment fit the crime, or what, ain't a crime, but if they misbehaving, you discipline them. You discipline them, because they're gonna want to play a video game. They're gonna want to go to a movie. They're gonna want to do some fun stuff. You just tell them the consequences. When I learned that, I'm talking about the weight lifted. I said, I was like, y'all should have told me that when my kids was 12 and 13. Oh, I hope I told somebody else about that. I hope I told somebody else about that. I hope I did, because I wanted y'all to just get that. And I was like, man, I wanted to get that. I wanted to talk about that. So, goddess, you were asking, I can't pronounce that herb. But if we thinking about that herb is good to clear your lungs. I had to look it up because I never heard the herb, but that herb is good to clean your lungs. It's good for muscle joints. You can make it into a natural stress reliever. So these are good for your moods. This elevates you. So this is a perfect herb that you can use for just what I'm talking about. So guys, I appreciate it. Herbalist Cream, I appreciate the money. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. But family, do anybody any other questions? I'm gonna look and see I miss anything. But I really appreciate you guys. I know and I be running my mouth. I know I got so much to say, because look, I be having so much to say because I'm a woman, and I can relate to you. Y'all know I didn't have to. I'm gonna not say some words, because I don't want to get my channel taken down. And sometimes that's why I said women, goddesses. I had to name everything, because we in this different society, and it's like, did the society get weaker, or it's just too much? It's too much, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. And it's like, I look. Oh, you got a portable juicer? I need to find me a car juicer. That is excellent, a car juicer. But trying to see. See, you lost 5 pounds. See, let me tell you, if y'all empty your gut, I'm trying to tell you, that'd be like 10 pounds. You're like, dang, I had all that in me. I'm telling you, a good diarrhea. I know you don't want diarrhea. I don't wish diarrhea or constipation or a block or colon for nobody. But when you going and you moving, whoo, you got so much energy. You could sleep. I'm telling you, y'all better do them cleanses and do what y'all got to do. I am looking. She said, herbalist, do you know where Craigslist can purchase? You said, oh, now I know at Mom's Organic, and I want to say, do they have a website? You can buy that online. Just go in there. Just go in there and look up the crave list. It's Mom's Organic because I used to buy it. I'm trying to tell you, I love I love Mom's Organic. I'm telling you, when I was in Maryland, oh my gosh, I need to go back. I need to go back, but I had things set up. But anyway, let me not even go there. But yeah, you can get it at you can get online. You can get online, but I went to Mom's Organic. I went there and they had it. So and it works. It works. Let me see, 20 minutes. Oh, you've been out 20 minutes? But I need you to go out. Good, good. Family, if y'all can, it's only what? It's 1:45. It's 1:45. I don't know what part of the United States you in. And if you're in other countries, it's Eastern Standard Time. You still have at least 5 hours to go out there and get your 2 hours of sun. I'm telling you, family, you go 2 hours of sun, you be surprised of how you feel. And you need to have more skin showing. You have to have more skin. I ain't say go out there and be naked, but you want more skin showing. I'm telling you, you can show your legs, your feet, especially your extremities. And maybe if you could hold, you put your, and I ain't saying everybody do it. You show a little bit of your belly, but put your shirt down. If you're sitting down, look, I'm being silly, but you just want more of your skin out. That's why I be saying go to the beach because you can wear your two-piece, your two-piece bathing suit. Because I want as much skin showing as possible. Yeah, I need that vitamin D. Need the vitamin D. And go out there in the moon too. But y'all know these free doctors. I know these free doctors. Whew. Y'all see me breathing. Y'all see me. Y'all don't realize how beautiful that is. That is healing what it in itself. And when I was listening, I had listened to this one gentleman, and he spoke for like 4 hours, and I was listening to that podcast and listening because we all learning. I'm a master student. I was like, dang, when he broke it down and he was like, we talking about the root issue. We talking about getting to the cells, down to the cells. If y'all get the cells, I'm telling you, if you get all that oxygen and all that hydration in your cells, your body is your body's on point. Your body's on point. You wouldn't have all these diseases that's created in your gut. You know what I'm saying? And like in my last video, I was trying to tell people, it was a clip. So a lot of these shorts that I'm putting out, if y'all see it, they from videos, family. And when I was sitting there talking about will you absorb, and people really thought they absorb their nutrients in their stomach. And I'm like, did you really think that you absorb your nutrients in your stomach and you don't know how important your small intestines? I'm talking about your small intestines and your, oh my goodness. We gotta really, like, and I know I keep putting this book out, but I'm so serious, family. I know I'm almost at hour 2, and I'm gonna keep running my mouth until I get tired. I was serious when I'm about this. I was so serious. And you don't have to have this book. They get them smaller and cheaper. And then I'm gonna tell you, a lot of us need to buy some books now because, yeah, you need. I wouldn't say buy encyclopedias, but you need books now. And it wouldn't be bad to go inventory your go bag again. No, I'm just saying, inventory your go bag again. I know a lot of things is changing in this world, and I need you to stay up with your health. Don't quit and say, well, don't give up. That's what I'm saying. It's good to stay motivated, stay happy, stay up. Love yourself, because it's all about loving yourself. And you know what? Truly, you can really tell if you love yourself by the things that you do daily. And I'm gonna say this: I know people do things weekly, monthly, and all this, but what you do daily, it's like what you care about yourself. You can tell, and it's bad because I'm gonna tell you, I used to throw some sweats on and run outside, not be really outside, but you can really tell the level of love that you have for yourself from your diet, your health, just all around. You really can. You really can. And then you open up in different ways. You open up in different ways to where you're like, wow, that used to bother me. That used to trigger me. You know, um, you can love yourself enough to learn to be alone. I'm talking about even if you're married, to be alone and not have to be up under your spouse because you got them for the rest of your life. Kings, queen. I mean, kings. I keep saying kings. I'm talking to my goddesses. I'm talking to my, my queens, my ladies, my women. You, y'all married, so learn to give space to where you still love each other because sometimes we ruin it. I mean, woo, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. But I just want to see if y'all have any questions. I love you too, Henry. Trying to see if y'all had any questions. Like I said, it's interactive. I know I've been missing. I went through and was like, yes, even jumping rope. Yes. Geneva, yes. Jumping rope is the best. Yeah. We miss the little things, like I said, the little things we do as a kid. The little things we do as a kid by running around, playing tag, jumping rope. We need to get back and do that. That's why you see everybody with a trampoline. That's main reason I said get your little personal trampoline. If you didn't get it now, I wouldn't really worry about trying to get it now. I would try to worry about get some other supplies, but I will probably do a update on a go back probably next week or something, but it probably be a recorded one. But if anybody have any questions, I know I done ran my mouth, ran my mouth. Y'all got any questions? Gratitude. I appreciate you guys for, listening and asking questions. And I've been saying, Unique, don't you have my number? Don't you have my number? Goddess, I know you have my number. I know we talked on the phone. You can text me. You can text me, but I appreciate the interaction here. Look, I appreciate the interaction. But I see that, your messages are being crossed out. So I just don't want your message to be, crossed out. So I just want you to know I answer your questions, but I did speak on that one herb. But family, gratitude. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to spending your lunch with me. I appreciate you spending your lunch with me. And yeah, you want me to keep going? What you want to talk about? What subject? What subject? And I know I can stretch out the intimacy because a lot of women, like I said, it's not a lot. I would say I didn't really look at the math like within the last 3 years, but I want to say we're talking about in 2018, 2019, it was like out of 20 women, 2 couldn't, achieve. So that's the status that I know. I don't know what the status is now because we are, you're harboring feelings. Some people don't connect with you mentally. It's a lot of stuff that we need to do. And like I said, that artificial sex is just not good. It's just not. Sometimes we need to wait, just like we tell men to practice semen retention. We women need to practice, not to touch or whatever to make sure that we are building ourselves up for that pleasure. And it's spiritually. Like I said, a lot of us are open our legs for the wrong people. And we don't realize how those soul ties, woo, I'm gonna tell you, them soul ties are kicking. You be liking somebody, you be like, I don't even know their name. Well, their last name. I'm like, well, damn, why did you give it up? I'm gonna tell you, look. Sometimes it's like you don't think if it's quiet, a social security number or something. I don't know. I can be silly, but if you're having like sexual issues, right? And we talk about women's health, and I didn't want to just put that on a thing because you get the wrong people. You get the wrong people. So sometimes you have to make sure you connect, because if we look at, we looking at TV to tell us how to do our hair. Why? Why? Why are we wearing this, some of these wigs with this real hair and all it is a price? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather buy the 3 packs of hair for 99, for $10. Is it 3 packs for $10 than $300 to $500 for one wig. And I know it's getting cheaper. I know it's getting cheaper now, but They come with spirits. If you smudging them, all right, but it comes with spirits. But back to the women who having issues, having that pleasure. Like I said, it could be whether you got raped, molested. It's just a block. It's a mental block. You just don't know how to relax. It's a lot of things that you have to go through, and you really got to connect with the mate, because if we just giving ourselves to anybody, it's reckless. It's reckless, and whew, you can't watch what's on TV, and just because they hit it off and they kissing at their door front, they went upstairs and got busy. Where they do that at? It's the TV. We can't keep falling victim to that, thinking that that's how we gonna get a husband and a man. Y'all know I had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there. Y'all may not want to hear that, but it's a lot of people suffering, and just saying. And that's part of one of the things that I had wanted to address, because you know, you need to open up your root chakra. You need to internalize, because there's a lot of stuff that is, I mean, the answers is right in this area. And we just be la 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 running outside. I'm going to go find myself. What are you looking at? You got to go in that mirror. I'm telling you, you got to go in that mirror, because I know y'all don't look, because y'all not even working with me. You're not working with me. Y'all not even answering the questions, but it's okay. But you ever, say I'm going to go find myself, and you outside looking, and you get all the wrong answers, and you like, but damn. You be like, I ain't need that. And then you like, dang, you get this epiphany. Like, dang, I knew the answer the whole time. You get this, and all you have to do is meditate, do some deep breathing exercises, do yoga. Like I said, be quiet, because a lot of us need to just have some quietness, some stillness. And them answers be bing, 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 because you're doing a detox, you're doing a mind clearing, because that pineal gland is opening. You're starting to see, because we're like, and I need you to see, you see, because we're not putting them spells. Them spells are being broke, because we're laughing. You're like, ha ha, ha ha, you breaking them spells. Telling you. But I'm an in family, because y'all not working with me. Y'all not talking to me. You're not asking questions. And I'm already almost at my 2 hours. I appreciate you guys. Gratitude. And I hope you learned something. I really hope you learned something. Bye, family.